the police are being investigated by the federal government because they tased a pastor. Let's go to the video. Here it is.
You done yelling? You done yelling?
Are you done yelling? Acting like a big shot?
We're all set here. You can go inside.
No, you go on.
You're not gonna tell me what to do. You can go inside. You're about to be arrested for disturbing the peace.
I want to supervise you here, tyrant. You keep. Let's get it. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at him. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're in trouble.
Tasing me. Oh, you tyrant Nazi. How could you do this so?
What is going on? You hurt him.
He tased me and I got my hat.
You guys need to get back up. Get out of my face and back up.
The cops even went after the children. Here it is.
What's wrong with you people?
These guys are tyrants.
Stay on the ground now. Let go of me. What's wrong with you?
He's a tyrant.
I'm resisting you.
For him, you're on the ground. Get on
You're
the ground.
psycho.
What am I arrested for?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, what did I get arrested for?
Get the supervisor here now.
I can't even believe what these guys just did in this church house.
Yeah, believe it, sir. Believe it. Let's put up a screenshot from one of the cops' body cams. The police body camera footage was used during the trial. I'm going to talk about the trial in a minute. He was acquitted. The preacher was acquitted on charges of assault and battery on the police officer and was acquitted of resisting arrest. Let me take you back to what the DOJ is doing now. The Justice Department has launched a civil investigation into the Worcester Police Department. The federal investigation will look at claims that this police department, that they have engaged in a practice of using excessive force or discriminating based on race or gender. Now, the only time a police department gets this kind of review is when there are so many complaints that it is warranted. They're not getting investigated because of this one incident. Let me make that very clear. They're being investigated because of multiple instances like this. There's more. Let's put up the Attorney General who will lead the way. This is Rachel Rollins, US Attorney based in the District of Massachusetts. Released a statement, says, and I quote, "The purpose of this civil investigation is to determine through objective and thorough examination whether or not there is an overall pattern or practice of conduct that violates the Constitution or federal law. This is the beginning of the process. We will go where the facts take us. Our ultimate goal is to ensure that policing in Worcester is constitutional, safe, and effective, all while the civil rights of their residents remain intact." The Justice Department will be reaching out to the public about their experiences with this police department. They will also evaluate how officers train, collect evidence, and complete investigations. Now, typically at the conclusion of these types of investigations, nobody is arrested. They do uncover criminal conduct, nobody goes to jail for it. They usually get a fine and perhaps something called a consent decree, where the federal government says you must do A, B, and C, or there will be a problem. And they say, okay, we will do A, B, and C, so there won't be a problem. The issue with that is this. Number one, that's not holding the individuals accountable, so you cannot upend the culture and transform it. Number two, actions like Donald Trump, when he became president, he decided to withdraw those agreements. So those police departments who had a history of violating the rights of their citizens could continue to do so without any oversight. Let's put up attorney Joseph Hennessy, okay? Joseph Hennessy told one local outlet he and other local lawyers have been reporting misconduct within that department for years, but he hopes this investigation will spark change. Let's go to the Reverend Joseph Rizzuti, Sr. This is one of the attorney's clients. This is the one who experienced the excessive force at the hands of the police. They tased the man in his own church. Why were they called? Police were called to the church for a custody dispute involving the Reverend's daughter, who police say had failed to return her 11-year-old child following a custodial visit. But the Reverend says they came with no paperwork to back up such a claim. The attorney shared several other recorded instances where his clients were targeted unfairly, saying one client has been stopped 100 times since 2015. The attorney has the receipts. He has the receipts because he's defending them, okay? Video shows a black man as a passenger. This is what the video shows. As a passenger in a vehicle being told to get out of the car by the police. The man says, "I'm in the passenger seat." The officer responds, "Yeah, you look like someone who has a warrant." There's more in another video. A Hispanic woman is recording officers searching her car after being pulled over. She was driving with her mom. Nothing was found in their search. But when an officer saw her taking a video, he ripped her cell phone out of her hand. She said, "Give me my phone." The officer replied, "You're now under investigation." In 2019, Christopher Ayala Melendez was thrown to the ground and attacked by a police canine outside of a Worcester beer garden. He was arrested for assault and battery of a police officer. When the video was released of the incident, he was cleared of all charges, okay? All charges. He later sued the police department. In a statement, city officials, let's put them up, leadership here, or lack thereof. In a statement, city officials, police chief Stephen Sargent on the left, Mayor Joseph Petty Center, and acting city manager Eric Batista Wright said they were fully cooperating with the investigation. They also said, and I quote, "The city and Worcester Police Department collectively strive to deliver the highest quality of municipal services to residents and will continue to do so in a transparent and professional manner as the investigation takes its course." Lies from those public officials, all lies. All right, we will continue to shine a light on this situation as it develops. Remember, light is a great disinfectant to corruption. Sharon, thoughts here?
You're gonna need a lot of light, a lot of sunlight on this one. And I can tell you something, these people who wanna talk about how difficult it is to be an officer on any given day, they may not come home to their families. This is true. I know what could make it a whole lot easier, Dr. Richey, if they stop targeting people and using excessive force. That could make it a whole lot easier, and they could try to protect and serve instead.
That's right. And this is why it's important for us to all be a coalition united against police brutality, out of control cops. You may think it will never happen to you. You may say, you know what, it only happens to those people. Or you gotta stop giving them a reason to interact with you. Whatever your excuse may be for not getting involved in fighting the good fight. Just understand this, the more you are silent, the more they are empowered. And one day, they may come knocking on your door too.